Hello friends, welcome to this video. If you have a dream of coming to the UK and study at a university like Manchester, and one thing that has been standing in your way is the ability to afford the tuition, well, I have good news for you. The University of Manchester, or Manchester University, has scholarships that are fully funded for students from some African countries. And as you know guys, that I have often shared scholarship opportunities for students wanting to come and study in the UK, sometimes I have received one single complaint, and that is that I have shared the opportunity too late and you guys saying you do not have enough time to put together all the documents that are required to secure this scholarship. So this time I stumbled upon this good opportunity, and guys, you have the rest of this year, literally speaking, to put together all the requirements that are needed for you to qualify for this scholarship. So you have no excuse at all. And if I were you, I would simply pause this video, get a pen and paper, and make sure that I take notes. Because even if it is not for you, you could pass on this information to somebody who is going to benefit. Just like what I'm doing right now, passing the opportunity to you guys, because I cannot take it on myself. But if it's you yourself who is interested in coming to the UK to study a master's degree that is fully funded, then I would advise that you take a seat and watch this video until the very end, because that's the only way you're going to get all the information that you need to successfully secure this scholarship. Otherwise, if you are new here, my name is Emmanuel, so let's get started. Welcome back guys, and before we dive right in, guys, make sure that if you want to be able to receive this kind of information as soon as it is out, what you need to do is just hit subscribe and turn on that notification bell. That means that any opportunity that I get to share, you will be among the very first ones to be notified, and that way you don't see the opportunity when it's too late, because some of these opportunities, once they get the required numbers, it gets closed down. So you can just hit subscribe right now. Thank you for doing that. Now let's continue. So as you see on my screen, this is the opportunity that I want to share with you guys, and this is the Equity and Merit Scholarships for International Master's Students. And this is falling under UN Sustainable Development Goals. And here they say, our Equity and Merit Scholarships aim to empower young professionals in the Global South to deliver solutions to meet these interlinked goals. That is the UN Sustainable Goals. And here they go ahead to explain what their aim is. The Equity and Merit Scholarships are for academically excellent students who have the potential to make a significant contribution to sustainable development in their home countries. The awards are intended for those who cannot afford to study in Manchester without a scholarship. We are committed to a policy of equal opportunity, and all applicants are considered on their merit. We particularly encourage women to apply. So ladies, this is your opportunity. Once they say they are encouraging women to apply, that means that you slightly have a significant advantage over your male counterparts, but each application will be considered on its own merit. So the males also don't shy away, just run and apply. So as you can see here, there are two types. You can either come in full-time, that means that you have to come to Manchester University for 1 year, or you can take the part-time option, which you can do by distance learning or online studies, and it is indicated here that it can take 3 to 5 years. Of course, that is dependent on the course that you're going to select, and I'm going to come to the courses later. In fact, almost every course is included, but just to be sure, just sit around and see if your course of interest is among these that are sponsored. So they have 30 scholarships, 20 for full-time and 10 for online study. Now the question that you might be asking, do I qualify? How do I know that I qualify? So that's what you're going to look at next, eligibility criteria. So eligibility is right here. And you can see our master scholarships are aimed at talented applicants, especially those from disadvantaged backgrounds. To apply for a scholarship, you will need to be a resident citizen of Ethiopia, Malawi, Rwanda, Tanzania, Uganda, and Zimbabwe. Uganda, and where are you guys? You guys have been saying, you people, when you go to the UK, you don't share the opportunities that are available there. It seems you guys don't want us to come and also benefit. Here is an opportunity that is aimed directly to you guys and our neighbors from Tanzania and Rwanda, and then Ethiopia, Zimbabwe, and Malawi. So you guys, if you are in one of those countries, or you know somebody who could benefit and they are in one of those countries, please reach out to them, share this video with them, and see if they can apply and benefit. Because the opportunity may not suit you directly, but please make sure that you share this video so that those who can benefit can take advantage of it. The other requirement is that at least 2 years of professional experience related to your chosen field of study. This should not include unpaid internships or voluntary. So they are looking for people who have worked for at least 2 years. So if you haven't worked for 2 years, this may not be for you. However, as I mentioned earlier, that this opportunity, the application deadline is towards the end of the year, which I'm going to share later. So even if you have not yet made 2 years right now, by the time of the application deadline, you have made 2 years work experience, then you can start preparing, because there are some documents that you are actually supposed to put together in order to successfully apply for this scholarship. I'm going to share the documents also shortly. For now, let's complete the eligibility criteria. The other condition is that you must have a bachelor's degree, and they say you must have graduated before September 2025. Of course, that means that if you graduated in September 2025, by the end of the deadline, you would have not made 2 years of experience. So that is basically the logic behind that. But one of the things that I really wanted to point out, which I think is very important, because you might be thinking, well, I'll go get this opportunity, study, and then I remain in the UK, which is one of the options. But for this specific scholarship, this is what they say. You must be committed to returning home and able to demonstrate the potential to make a positive impact on the future of your home country. The idea is that you are coming to study, get the knowledge, take it back home, and use it to develop the country in line with UN Sustainable Development Goals. I hope that is clear. And then the final one is you should have a clear idea of how studying at Manchester will benefit both your career and the wider community. That one, I leave it up to you. Let's move to which are the courses that are actually sponsored under this scholarship. Let's just take a look. So we have chemical engineering, which contains these courses. We have civil and mechanical engineering, which has all these courses, MSc Advanced Manufacturing Technology and Systems Management, all the way to MSc Thermal Power and Fluid Engineering. I will leave this for you guys to read at your own time. I'm going to leave the link under the description. Other than that, we have computer science, which also has all these courses. Then under development, we have quite a number, as you guys can see. Almost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17 courses, guys, or programs as they call them. So let's check others as well. So education, yes, teachers, where are you guys? If you're a teacher who has been planning to advance your education, here is the chance for you. So we have MA Education for Sustainable Environment, we have MA Educational Leadership, we have one International Education, we have International Education, Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion. And this is really a big thing right now. Then you have these others. Then we have under Electrical and Electronic Engineering is right here. Environment, yes, guys who are interested in environment, also you have all these courses you can choose from. Humanitarian and conflict response, we have these 3 courses that you can choose from. Human resource management, have these 4. And then law, yes, lawyers. You guys are also covered. Then we have medical and health sciences. I know the doctors, pharmacists, and other guys in the medical field were about to ask, how about medicine? Not to worry, you are also catered for. And here you can see all the courses that you can do, right from public health, microbiology, cell biology, blah, 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 until all this MSc model-based drug development. I think this is for pharmacists, because I can see pharmacokinetic and pharmacodynamic modeling. Down to materials and textile, guys who are interested in fashion. Yes, you can see here we have MSc International Fashion Marketing all the way to MSc Textile Technology. You can choose from one of those. Then you have online programs which are part-time option only. So for those, we have public health as well. You can go through the list all down to MSc Transformative Oncology online. So next, we need to answer the question, how do I apply, right? Yeah, because all this information will be completely worthless if you don't know how to actually apply for this scholarship. So let's dive into that. But before we dive into that, if you're finding any value at all in this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for. Please hit that subscribe button and join this family. So now let's look at how to actually apply. So applications for master's courses for 2027-2028 will open in early October. As I told you guys that you have almost a full year. The applications for this scholarship is going to open in October. So you have from now until October to prepare your documents. And we are going to look at the documents that you require shortly. And the good news is that you can apply online for an eligible course by Sunday, 6th December 2026. And you do not need to send physical documents. Everything is done online. Easy peasy, right? Yes. Here is what you need to do. If you meet our eligibility criteria and have an offer of admission, apply online. The link will be available on this page for Monday, 18th January 2027. The deadline is 5 p.m. GMT on Sunday, 7th February 2027. If that part has confused you, here is how it works. For you to get the scholarship, you need to have been admitted for the course, for one of those courses that we have looked just a few minutes back. So you need to apply for the course. Once you get an admission, then you use that admission to apply for the scholarship. I hope that is clear. Do not apply for the scholarship before you are given admission to Manchester University for one of the previous courses. I think that is sorted. So having sorted that, here are the timelines. And before we continue with the timelines, let's look at the sample application form. So to do that, you just come here and you click, and it will open the actual application form, but this is a sample. As you can see, it has a watermark here saying sample, right? But the form itself actually looks like this. So you'll go through it. They repeat the conditions here. You must be a resident of Ethiopia, Malawi, Rwanda, Tanzania, Uganda, or Zimbabwe. And I'm wondering why Kenya is not there. Anyway, let's continue. They also say to be eligible, it means that you also have not previously studied outside of Africa. But if you have a training of 6 or less months, that doesn't count. So that means if you studied outside of Africa for any course from 0 months to, if there's something like that, to 6 months, it's not counted as having studied outside Africa. So you can still apply. Then they talk about the 2 years of experience, and they say here is you must have completed your bachelor's degree by September 2024. That means by the time of application for the scholarship, you would have made 2 years work experience, so you could qualify. If it's later than that, it means that by the time of application deadline, you would have not accumulated at least 2 years of work experience. So you'll come here and confirm that all this stuff that they're requiring of you, you are in line with it. And then now you come down here to application, One thing I need you to note is that the deadline for application is 31st August 2025 at 17:00 hours British Standard Time. That application is referring to your application for the course, because for you to apply for a scholarship, you must have an admission to the University of Manchester to do one of the courses that we just looked at above, without which you cannot apply for the scholarship. I hope that makes sense. And they put the deadline of 31st August because in the UK, the academic year starts in September. So they want to close the applications before the start of the next academic year. So just take note of this date. This is the application for the course, but you still have time until August with all the documents that are required, which we are now going to look at next. So in order to apply for the course, you need to complete an application form, which is this very form that we are looking at. And then you'll have to come down here for your references. And if you are not sure of what to do with your references, just come and click here and read the guidance. And that guidance is all here. I'm also going to leave the link to this guidance of the references under the video description. Just make sure that you check under the description and click on the link so you can read it for yourself, so you can be able to do everything the right way. So when you come here, you can see everything is here pointed out for you, what you should do. It should be straightforward once you go through this. Then these are the documents that you need to send: your degree, certificates, and transcripts showing subjects taken and grades achieved. Then the English language certificate. As you know, the UK has increased the requirement for English certification from the initial B1 to B2 now. For you to come to study in the UK or get a skilled worker visa, you need a B2 English language certification. So in terms of IELTS, it's around 7.5. I'm not so sure. You guys can find out the exact equivalence. But IELTS is not the only English test that will be required. As you can see, even right here, they have IELTS, they have TOEFL, and things like that. There are also other documents that you need to submit. And they say this must be submitted with your application online. Then, of course, you'll be required to put in your personal details, which includes your country. You pick one of these, and then down here is more information about yourself, including your date of birth, your gender, your father's details, occupation, mother's details, your address, email address, phone contact, academic information is here. The universities where you guys attended, you have to pick which one, because here they are listed according to which country. As you can see, Ethiopia, and then it has all these universities from Ethiopia. Then Malawi, all these are the ones in Malawi. Rwanda, you have to pick one of these. Uganda, you have to pick one of these. Tanzania as well, you have to pick one of these. Zimbabwe, you pick one of these as well. And then finally, you come down here, select your subject or the program of study or the course of study as we normally call it. After that, you will enter your CGP here and how many years of study was this program. So obviously, if you did dentistry like myself, you're going to have 5 years. And then you'll be required to enter here when you completed the program. And then if you have a master's, you also enter your master's information in here by picking the university when you did it, and so forth, and enter everything here, including the CGPA and things like that. Then there's this part here where they say, please provide details of the schools you've attended from the age of 11. The age of 11 is significant in the UK because here you are expected to start high school. Not expected, you should be in high school by 11 years. So that means that they are not requiring your primary school information. They are basically looking at secondary school. So you will have to fill in that information for your secondary school where you went to, and these details as you see them here: the school, the qualification, and the date. So depending on how many the numbers are there, you can put them there. Then you include any other qualification that might be relevant and that might help with your application, especially if you want your application to stand out, because it is competitive. Then finally, you'll be required to pick which program you want from the above, and they are also listed here for you, so it will be easy for you to select the ones that you are interested in. And then once you compile all that, then you have to attach a signed copy of your reference, copy of your degree certificate, copy, if you have it, a copy of your degree transcripts, English language, and so forth and so forth. Once you do that, whatever you have attached, make sure that you check the box that is next to it to say that you have done that. Then of course you have to confirm that you prepare everything that you have put there to be accurate and complete. Once you have done that, then you have completed the application process. So let's look at the timelines and then we'll close this video. So on my screen, as you can see again, here are the timelines for the whole process. So you guys have no excuse completely. If you have been saying that I always share these opportunities late, the issue is I don't deliberately share it late, but I share it as soon as I get it. In fact, when I get opportunity like this, I drop everything that I'm doing, however busy I am. Like now, I have been incredibly busy, but I say, let my people get this information because it is extremely important and you have time. That's the most important thing. You have time to put everything together, guys, so that you can apply. Don't say they're just 30 scholarships, maybe I will not get it. Why would you not be among the 30? You have to believe in yourself. You just have to believe that even if they're taking one person, I will get it. And if you're one of those who believe that even if it is one, I will get it, I will be among the 30. Please comment under there and say, I will be among the 30 to get this scholarship. Because that's the faith that you need when you are applying for things like this. And if you have watched up to this point, then I want to believe that the video has been good for you. Please don't forget to share it with other people who may be able to benefit from this opportunity. Because I am well aware not everyone who is watching is going to benefit, but make sure that you share this video. And never forget to give it a like, because that will be an encouragement to me to bringing you opportunities like this. Otherwise, thank you for watching. See you in the next one.